Hello everyone, thank you for joining me, and thank you to those of you who are new to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I love hearing from all of you. And if you are new to the channel, I do have an affiliation with Sovereign. If you would like to support me there, you can get a t-shirt. I will leave a link in the description for you. Today we are looking at update 1.88 for the new season tomorrow. And there's quite a lot going on here. So to start with, we have some updates for crypto. You may have seen some in the gameplay videos that have come out. It kind of looks like you can get the drone out on its own to sort of wander around and follow you. There's updated game state for the drone, so ring information and round timers, mini maps, kill feed. All of this extra stuff has been put into the drone. The old repurpose the drone or crypto health and shield presentation has been changed on the drone. Survey beacon markers are now displayed in world while piloting the drone. Neuralink changes, so increase the Neuralink detection from 160 to 240 degrees. The Neuralink detection is now disabled while the drone is being recooled. Surveillance drone changes. Deployment of the drone has received a rework. Pressing the tactical button causes Crypto to send the drone flying in a straight line in the direction of Crypto's view for a few seconds. So I think that's what we saw in the gameplay videos that we've had. If thrown to a wall or other geo, the drone will hit the wall, reorientate itself so that it's facing away from the wall. Crypto no longer immediately accesses drone view after deploying his drone in this way. Pressing and holding the tactical button will launch the drone forward in the same way, but Crypto will immediately access drone view. So you have to hold it down to pilot it rather than if you just click it, it'll just come out. So that's quite cool. That's a really good update for crypto. There's reduced drone health on there from 60, to 50. Let's have a look. Markers for the drone now always displayed on screen. Yeah, nothing else too exciting for crypto there. But like I said, that's a really big change for crypto, and hopefully we'll get some more crypto users. We've got some Caustic updates. You may or may not have heard about what's going on with Caustic. The gas traps are now destroyable after detonation, so they have health points against them of 150. Detonated traps will expire at 11 seconds instead of 12.5. Gas effects lingers for 2 seconds after the barrel detonation or expiration. So yeah, not a lot of changes, but it's just gas trap changes for Caustic. Weapons and equipment balance. So you may have heard the alternator is coming back out onto ground loot, which I'm really excited about. That is one of my favourite weapons. The Vault is going in, and the changes for the Vault for it to be a red level gun. The damage is increased from 15 to 17, and the mag size is from 28 to 30. We have our new hop-ups as well. The kinetic feeder, I did a short video about. I can put that at the end of the video for you. That will be on the Triple Take and the Peacekeeper. And the hammer points are coming back. They're going on the P2020, the Mozambique, and the RE45. Now, I believe before it was just the two light guns it was on. I think the Mozambique is a new addition to the hammer point. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's what it was. So with the hammer points on there, plus 50% unshielded damage for the 2020, 35% for the Mozambique, and 35 for the 45. We've still got our shatter caps for the 30-30 and the bow check. The update for the triple take, removing projectile growth from bullets, damage reduced from 23 to 21 per bullet. We've got the flatline, damage reduced from 19 to 18, rampage, damage reduced from 28 to 26, reduced number of shots during revved state from 40 to 34. That is quite a big jump. We'll see how that plays in game. Fully kitted rotation. So they have added the 45 triple take Peacekeeper, Prowler and Havoc, and removed the Mastiff 3030, 301, Car and Longbow. So that's our gold weapons. Weapons in crafting is the flatline and the longbow. They're now craftable for 30 mats at the crafting stations. Weapons in crafting cannot be found as ground loot, so you won't be seeing the flatline or the longbow. Crafted weapons come with no attachments and 2 boxes of ammo. Crafting medkit price has been lowered from 20 to 15, and the kinetic feeder is something that you can craft as well. I assumed that was kind of happening because you can, depending on the day, craft pretty much all the hop-ups. Bug fixes, fixed an issue where multiple legends were missing voice lines, fixed for the boosted loader where ammo count would remain highlighted when switching from low ammo Hemlock or Wingman. Replicator fix for cases where an item could become stuck inside after crafting. Okay. Fixed an error that would tell players to come back in a decade when matchmaking. I'm not sure what that means. Fix an error that would tell players to come back in a decade when matchmaking. That doesn't make any sense to me. Fix for cases of lighting issues in some areas of Olympus. Obviously, we are getting Olympus back, so that's kind of stuff that they would be doing anyway in the background. Fix for cases where Mirage Ultimate decoys could get stuck on surfaces raised slightly off the ground. That's a good fix. Sometimes when you shoot them out and they kind of just run at a rock or something, it's really obvious that it's a decoy. Arenas are fixed for cases where Crypto's drone charges could be used multiple times with a single drone. Arenas are fixed for cases where trying to charge the Rampage or Sentinel results in the charge being cancelled. I'm guessing that was a bug that happened after they finally fixed the whole situation, because I don't know if you remember, you could multiple charge with the same thermite, like the thermite just wasn't leaving your inventory. So I'm guessing that something happened after that. Crypto drone fix where cases it wouldn't show friendly nameplates. I mean, that's not a huge deal, I guess. Fix for cases where players were able to use melee on an inclined surface to get speed boost while sliding. No, that was a really good bug. So I don't know if you saw it or not. I've done it a few times in game. You'll be sliding down a hill, and if you spin around and punch the floor, it'll actually give you a bit of lift and you'll get down the hill faster. They've now taken that out of the game, but that was a really fun bug to have in the game. Fix for cases where revving up the Rampage while removing extended mag caused the revved up bar to appear forever. Didn't even know that was a thing. Fix for cases where the timer charge on the Sentinel and Rampage was not showing the correct time left. There's a lot of problems with this revving up system. Fix case where specific legendary Horizon skins would block part of the screen when ADSing with a Prowler and a 1x holoscope. Fix an issue where weapon challenges would not show progress in the after match summary. Fix a bug where charging up the Sentinel required 2 cells instead of 1 when wearing gold armor. Reduce the L-star impact. Fixed a bug for cases where players could get a jump boost from death boxes that are in the vicinity of Horizon's gravity lift. Reticle, is that reticle? Is that how you pronounce it? Color customization, limiting values to avoid some exploits. I don't know if you know, some players, or even pro players, even though they're not colorblind, they will use the color modes to be able to see things a bit better. So like red when you're in the ring, so obviously, for example, Bloodhound's ultimate, it shows people in red, but if you're in the ring, you can't really see the red. So if you use the colorblind mode and tweak it to a certain way, you'll be able to see people a bit better against the red of the ring. So I'm guessing they've tweaked some of that to try and reduce those exploits. Couple of other customizations based on that. Based on feedback, they've adjusted the in-world icon for Ash's passive to be smaller and closer to the ground. When Ash's tactical hits an object it cannot stick to, it should now bounce off instead of destroying itself. Improved the targeting experience for Ash's ultimate by preferring locations that are further away. Audio fixes for the 99 when it's gun firing. It persists when spectator changes to another player. Okay, so I'm guessing there's audio problems when you've died and you're watching someone play. There's audio problems between the firing of the 99. That's weird, but they've fixed that. Stormpoint fixed cases where players were unable to shoot through the chain link fences. Yeah, I think I remember that happening actually. Another Stormpoint one fixed for cases where players could get stuck inside the map by using Valk's ultimate. Yeah, I think I've seen a few videos of that. Based on feedback, they've adjusted the final round rings so that they don't end up in areas with no cover or populated by prowler dens. Thank God. Yeah, so in the last few rounds, you always end up being stuck somewhere with a load of prowlers and you're just trying to fight these prowlers. It's a bloody nightmare and you end up losing because you've died to a prowler. It's not fair. I think after like the second round they should have just been wiped off the map or something. Like there shouldn't be an issue anymore after a certain amount of teams are left, maybe like 5. They're a nightmare, they really are. Fixed for cases where a player could be launched by a gravity cannon while below it. Not seen that on Stormpoint. World's Edge changed fragment from high tier to mid tier loot. This was done in one of the previous updates, but it wasn't in the patch notes. I don't know what the 11.1 update was. I'm assuming that's like the last one where we were just like, nothing's happened. Maybe it's the last update. World's Edge fixed an issue with Loba's ultimate where it would not tell you the items inside panels at the trials when they were locked with the alarm system, if that made any sense. Fixed for cases where Jibby's arm would be missing during Pathfinder's Iron Haymaker finisher. Fixed for cases where the entire map hears audio if a player cancels a beacon scan. That's weird. Fixed issue where Valk's Cloud Miranda legendary skin had darker hands in the first person versus what's shown in the lobby. That's weird. Fixed for cases where players hit by Seer Tactical just as they enter crafting could lose certain functionality. Fix an issue where caustic barrels that are still being deployed were not being deleted after caustic dies. I have seen that a few times. Fixed issue where sometimes Watson's interceptor pylon pylon, I can't even speak anymore, would heal for less than intended. Fix for cases where a crash could occur when players attempted to join a club request by clicking approval button twice. Fixed a bug where moving through race portal could feel choppy. Fixed a bug where stocks didn't drop from wildlife on Stormpoint. Improved wildlife combat versus vehicles. Improved wildlife interactions versus electrical abilities. Gave a slight increase to higher tier consumable drops on all wildlife. Added the ability to see your teammate's survival item while the inventory is open. Okay. Here's a big one. Quitting players can no longer deny kills and assists. So I don't know if you've known before, people who get knocked down, they just suddenly leave the game. It's because they're trying to keep their KDR as high as possible, so they only play through the decent games, and if they die immediately or get knocked down immediately, they just leave. So they no longer can be doing this because it will not deny the kills and assists. It will be logged onto their account. Reviving will no longer reset damage history. I don't know if that means your health or if that was an issue that was just happening. There's a lot of private match updates, but again, there's not really much point in going through it because we still can't get them unless you put in a special request with EA, which I kind of get, but it is kind of annoying at the same time. That is everything for you. Let me know what you think. I'm so sorry this video is so long, but with the new season, we always have multiple updates. Check me out tomorrow. I will be going over the battle pass, the new legend, all the new skins, and the stores and everything to do with the new season. So I will see you all tomorrow. Stay safe and have a good one.